brook trout and I arrived in Delaware around 10 p.m. after a 14-hour drive from Chicago. We hung her fur and my hat at the I-95 Delaware House Travel Plaza for gas and a night's sleep in the Acura MDX. Morning arrived, and surprisingly, we had a great night's sleep. Delaware was one of the first states in the East I researched, about 6 years ago, so arriving at a river you planned for is always surreal. You also vision it much differently than reality. I expected an area with very few visitors that obtains a slow-moving river with a dirt bottom and a loose amount of trash beached on the banks. I couldn't be more wrong. It is a beautiful state park with many visitors, excellent trails, and a crystal-clear river. Morning arrived, and surprisingly, we had a great night's sleep. The first spot on White Clay Creek was at Paper Mill Road. See my website for GPS coordinates. Curtis Mill Urban Park gives you parking and fishing access, which I had no idea existed until I arrived. I chose this spot for the waterfall I found when researching YouTube videos and Google Maps. I met a very excited young woman with her fishing rod who confirmed that the waterfall was a great trout spot. Fortunately, she told me the bridge was under construction, so no one had been fishing it. Walking down the trail, I passed a 40-pound carp swimming down the middle of the channel. I was hiking between the bridge and the waterfall 20 yards, in front of the elevated road. I spooked a trout. Wow! You drive 14 hours, and you see a trout at first look, it lifts your spirit. I continued fishing for about 2 hours up and down the waterfall as big thunderclouds rolled in. I could pull in a couple of small warm water species, but no trout. I have 10 other spots marked on my Google map, upstream to the Pennsylvania border, so it was time to pack up and move upstream. Filled with day hikers, a path ran right next to the stream. I entered the shallows of the cold river. The trees overhung the water, so I tried several roll casts left and right on either side. The river was shallow around the area, and there was no action for an hour or two. The thunderstorms were coming close. I had decided it was time to quit and take care of Brooke as it was medicine time. As I walked out, I decided, okay, one more bend. In the distance, I saw a log down where the water looked deep, blue-green, just the right color for trout. It was a honey hole. After only 2 casts, a 12-inch rainbow came out of the depths after my yellow stimulator but missed. Wow! I was more than excited. Finally, fish on. I landed a rainbow with my red copper john after 3 more casts. I caught 2 more rainbows, one on the nymph and one on the dry. I wrapped one in my net for dinner and put it in the water to keep my catch fresh. But, somehow it swam away. Bummer. I thought I would try to catch one more trout before the storms arrived. So, I floated the flies down the same seam with my GoPro in my mouth and my fly rod in my hand. With one hand, the rod, I hooked a trout. I remember saying, "Whoa, this one is a big one."
Oh my god, it's a big one.
It was a 16+ inch brown trout.
Jeez. chunker.
Delaware is now completed. The storms came with thunder and hail. As I was driving away to New Jersey to continue my 2021 Northeastern road trip,